What's good, y'all? It's your boy Smith, and today we're gonna be looking at some videos that might have you checking your back seat before you drive off. But before we get into it, go ahead and like and subscribe, cause why not? Anyways, let's go. All right, y'all. I'm gonna cover the audio of that because they're gonna get me if I don't. But what he's trying to point out here, as in the parking lot, there's like 150 cars, and he already knew that this was gonna be the case. He had felt this before, but then he walks inside, and there's like 3 people inside the store, and he really can't find out what's going on. I don't know any explanation for this. I don't know, but I've started to see this a lot here in Florida. Actually, there's some stores that are just like the cars don't leave, right? And this is what I'm noticing now. These cars they don't move. They don't move. Like I don't know what's going on, but I think there's one next to this, like the old Asian seafood market. There's a store next to it. Man, the cars have been there for years. They don't move. I don't know what's going on there, but it's something. Those were a whole bunch of videos I can't explain now. I'm gonna say for the first one, like that bug, those they probably have like loaded legs, like crickets or whatnot, that are super strong, so they could just boom disappear, almost like fleas, and it just disappear. But I don't know that. I don't know what even that was, right? I'm not sure how you explain the whole like ship floating off in the distance, and I've heard this explained many times by people who are way smarter than me, right? There is an explanation. I just don't understand it, right? And if there's a way you can make me understand this in not so smart people terms, please break it down for your boy, right? Because I don't get it. And then even in the sense of the case, right, when the dude is filling up the glass and the water keeps turning red, I don't know what is that, right? Because it wasn't coming out red. It wasn't like it being exposed to oxygen is what was turning the color. You know what I'm saying? Like why would it? I don't know. But there was a lot of things going on there that I just really can't explain.
It's carrying a baby on its back.
No, it's not. Is it?
That? Yes.
What the f?
What the fuck is that?
This is kind of disturbing.
Wait, what?
Here.
No, it's not.
Show her.
It's just walking me. Look at us.
What the f?
This is so creepy. They're so big.
The way that they move is kind of creepy.
I'm scared. They're gonna run through.
They look CGI.
They're like, what
show
should
her.
we do?
Show her.
They're like, what should we do, guys?
Oh my god. They're like, make your move.
You see them? They're huge. Oh my god.
She was not carrying him on his back. I think they were just blending in together.
Look how big they are. They're
No, I don't care what nobody says. There was something creepy about it. There was something going on there, right? There ain't no way they both looked at the camera like they got busted, and then they go back to acting normal. I don't know what that was. Something's going on with the deer, and we need to put them all on the watch list right now. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't. I have no idea where that thing went. I had to watch it a second time and literally keep my eye on it. You know, like the 3 cup game, right? I have no idea what happened there. And maybe she kicked it under the couch and it was like frame perfect. I have no idea, man. This is kind of crazy. It's almost like it literally just disappeared. And I don't want to say it did. And I don't know. I've seen a couple instances, not in person. I've went through one instance in person, personally, that kind of freaked me out. Where I feel like something just vanished out of existence. But I have no idea what happened here, man. This is crazy.
No, literally.
Wait.
What the?
Babe, stop cussing. Wait, she's not moving at all.
That's what I'm saying. What is going on, man?
What is she looking at?
What is she doing?
That's actually really
That's
concerning.
Very creepy. I don't know what's going on here. You know, I've seen a lot of TikToks with like glitches in the Matrix, but this got to be top dog for me.
Oh my god.
Like, no, seriously, this is a glitch. Like, no one is standing that perfect with their legs crossed. I'm just being.
Look at this guy.
I want to see if he see. Look at him. No. Is no one noticing this? Look, is no one seeing this? What is going on? Look, even
that's
looking.
crazy.
No, she's looking. No, she's looking. Look. Oh.
What?
Nah, bro, that's wild. I've been seeing a lot of these videos too. People just completely frozen in place. And in that case, it was almost like she was unfrozen as soon as they went to interact with her, right? She went right back to what she was programmed to do almost. But now I've seen other videos where they don't, right? Where you can interact with these things and these people and they just stay still. And I don't know what's going on there. This is another one of those mysteries. I can't figure this out for the life of me. Let me know what y'all think about this.
Top 10 Glitches in the Matrix from my comments section, part 22. My daughter pulled a book out of the bookcase and my current driver's license fell out. She brought it to me asking if I had been looking for it. I pulled out my wallet, the same license was there. At about 11:20 p.m. on the 18th, and I was about to go to bed, but I decided to pet my cat once more. And when I looked back at the clock, it said it was 4 a.m. I checked my phone, and it was 4 a.m. on the 20th. My dad was visiting my house one day, and he lives about 20 minutes away. He drove back to his house in his car. 2 days later, he lost his car keys, and I found them in my driveway under my car. It had rained since his visit, and I have left multiple times. And no, he doesn't have a push-to-start car. My family and I took a long road trip to Tennessee. I wore my favorite jean jacket. I took it off in the car halfway down our trip, and then we get to the hotel. I put my jacket on a chair next to the door. A couple days later, I went to wear it. It was gone. I was so upset. After a week, we went home. My jacket was on my bed. How? I wore it to Tennessee. When I was a kid, I had this little lemon strawberry shortcake themed figure. I remember purposely setting it on top of my dresser to display. I constantly looked over at it while playing too. Then poof, gone. Couldn't find it anywhere in my room. Days later, it showed back up on the dresser where I left it. Absolutely freaked me out. Once I was making some chocolate milk and I had put the cap of the milk down and put the jug down next to it, turned around to grab the chocolate syrup, turned back, the cap was gone. I looked everywhere, on the floor, on both tables, and then I turned around to face the jug again and the cap fell on my head. Still freaks me out to this day, and no one was in the kitchen with me. My mom had gotten this purple blanket for Christmas one year. It was the kind of material that would stick to your skin if it was dry. She told me one day to bring it upstairs into my closet. I did. Later that day, she told me to put it in my closet again. I told her I did. She then pointed at it saying it's right here. I took it to my closet and went to put it away. I was gonna put it where I thought I had put the first one, but it was already there. We now have two of the same blanket and no one knows where the other one came from. Glitch or ghost? I had a childhood toy that I took everywhere with me. It slept on my bed with me at night. One morning, I woke up and it was missing. My whole family gutted my room looking for it. Nowhere to be seen. I was heartbroken. I had this toy since I was a baby. Months later, it was sitting alone on my windowsill. Randomly reappeared one day. My whole family still doesn't understand. When I was 7, the town I lived in had a crossroad. My sister was on the sidewalk and I ran into the middle of the road and an unseen force pulled me 10 feet back to the curb. While the car was mere inches from killing me, my sister went white and said, "You could even see my clothes being pulled by something." And at number 10, my ID, passport, and keys were in a bag that were stolen from an IKEA parking lot. Car was broken into. I filed a report. This was in April. Fast forward to literally 2 weeks ago, my ID and keys were in a bag I haven't used in over a year. Passport's still gone. Now I have 2 IDs and 2 sets of keys. I've seen a lot of skeptics in my comment section, so please explain these to me. How does the cap of a milk carton fall on someone's head while no one else is home and they're just standing there minding their own business? How does a jean jacket get lost while on vacation just for it to end up on the person's bed when they get home? Also, the one where the person went into the road and then was pulled 10 feet back, that was 100% divine intervention. You were not allowed to die that day. There's so much to this world and universe that's just unexplainable, and I love it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Having the 2 sets of keys and 2 IDs. How do you even explain that? How do you that no, that's crazy. The one where the lady was in the room about to pet her cat before she went to sleep or whatever, and lost 5 hours in a second. I don't understand that, but that could be a personal thing. She could be going through something, but then it's like, I know, even the first story with the duplication of the ID or whatever. It's, bro, no, there's something going on here. There's some. It either, I don't know. The simulation theory is starting to look a little like a lot more plausible, man. It's wild. Yo, what? Hold up. Nah, that's gotta be edited. Ain't no way. That plane ain't moving. big shadow for nothing to be there. That's weird. Yeah, I think that first video was I don't know, tampered with in some way. There's some inconsistencies in the film that I see. It definitely looks edited, right? I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, then moving on to the airplane, right? The airplane sitting completely still in the air. I've seen things like that now, and I don't think they were, in my case, from what I've seen, I don't think they were sitting still. They just seemed to be sitting still. But in that case, that thing looked like it was just absolutely still, just hovering in place. Like, yeah, like it was like it hit a lag spike or something. You know, in the games where your game start lagging out and then you do just stop moving, or on your side you're moving and everybody else sees you as sitting still, you just die out of nowhere. I think that's what was going on there. You hit a lag spike. I don't know how to explain that, right? When you see these people just frozen in place, or animals frozen in place, objects frozen in place. I don't know what that is.
All right, I'm going to start this one over. So earlier today, I was on a Teams call with a coworker that I know in person, but I hired as a freelancer, whatever. I was in the office with another coworker, and we were on a Teams call, and he was home, and I recognized the background as his home office, but he wasn't there. Okay? Like, so we're like, it's like 10 minutes in, and we're just like, hey, do you know, like, you're not there, right? Are you like off screen? And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm in the chair. And we're like, no, you're not. And he was like, well, take a picture. So we took a picture, which you can zoom in. Whoops. But if you zoom into this, you can see that's us taking a picture of him in real time. And then he goes, I'll take a picture of you while you take a picture of me, and I'll show you what I can see. And this is what happened. Hold on. So you see here, there's no one there. Okay, cool. And then there's us, and you can zoom in here, but he's there in the chair. Do you see that? Do you see that? Right here? He's there in the chair the whole time. Can someone explain this to me? So that's us. We're taking a picture of the fact that nobody's there. Hold on, just for and there he is. Hold on. That's our picture.
Yep. Same picture.
He's not there.
Same office.
Can someone explain this? For real? Is everything an illusion? I'll put you back again. Hold on. That's him taking the picture of us, taking a picture of him. So after we said you're not in the picture, he goes, I'll take a picture and text it to you. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, that's a problem. They need to get him some spiritual protection. That's a warning. He ain't disappeared yet. He probably about to, right? Like, I don't know how you explain this, right? And then the picture is the same on both sides. At first, I was thinking maybe the video feed froze, but no, that picture that's the exact same frame on both sides, and you can see the pictures match. That it's the same frame on both sides. I had it like, no, it didn't just freeze. It was playing, but he wasn't there. That's strange, man. Like I said, he better start watching his back. Something, and that's a warning. You've been warned.
I have a glitch in the Matrix story for you, and I've got photos to prove it. This incident happened a few years ago. My boss was out antique shopping, and she sent me a photo, which I'm going to show you here in a second, and a text. And the photo was inside the antique store. It was on a shelf. There was like picture frames and candles. You can see little price tags on them. And she just texted, "Is this you?" So I'm going to show you that photo right now. Now keep in mind, okay, I'm 43. This photo was in 2001. I was 19. Okay, so it's a big coincidence that a photo of me from 24 years ago is in an antique shop that somebody I know happens to pass through. That's not even the glitch part of it. I have the original photo. I took that photo at Sears Portrait Studio in 2001. My grandparents, that's all they wanted for Christmas was just a really nice photo. I didn't have a lot of money, so I only bought one page. So it had one like large size photo and then a couple wallets. The photo at the antique shop is different. Okay, obviously it's black and white. Not only that, but the pose is different. That's the crazy part, is how did this photo manifest into existence? Sure, Sears could have taken one of the extra poses and printed it in black and white, but why? And let's say that Sears had printed it out, how would it remain in fucking circulation for 24 years? Just a little bit of context, both my parents and my grandparents, they all died years before the antique shop incident. More context, the city that the photo was taken, the city that I lived in, the city that the antique shop was in, the city that my grandparents live in a different state. Those are all different cities. Okay. The big question remains, what the fuck did my boss do with the photo? Did she ask questions? She asked the guy at the counter. Apparently the antique shop has little sections inside. They're like leased out to people who sell their antiques there in their little section. So he didn't have any information on who put the photo there, why it was there, or where they got it. I was mostly pissed off that she left me there in an ugly ass frame. I'm joking, but also not joking. She said she'd went to a bunch of different antique shops and she didn't remember exactly which one that it was in. And I went searching for that photo, and unfortunately, I never found it. The mystery remains unsolved. It's got to be some sort of glitch in the Matrix, but I'm going to put those two photos side by side and you can let me know what you think.
Yeah, that's her. I don't even know what to say about this, right? Because like she said, in the time that she got it done, she still got all the originals. I got all the photos, right? I don't know how this one even happened. This is a different picture. It's a different picture altogether. It's not even from her original set of pictures. It's a different picture altogether. How did they even get that? I don't know. This is weird. I don't want to say this just came into existence. I could say, right, that this was maybe something that didn't make the cut, right? Maybe people that were taking, I have no idea why they would just keep your photos. But as we see, they didn't just keep the photos, they put them out. Like this whole thing is just kind of weird. Like she said, the different states, cities thing, right? It wasn't like all of this happened in her hometown, right? Where this all happened in multiple different places to come together. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's weird. I really don't even know what to say about this story. But the fact that she has the pictures and the proof, and that is definitely her in the picture. We seen that's her, right? She ain't got no twin. That's her in those pictures. That's weird, man. That's weird. And there's a lot of weird things to be going on this planet that we don't even understand. And I think this is human, right? I don't think anything paranormal about this. I think people are responsible for this, and I just don't know why.
You gotta explain this shit to me. Deadpool. Deer. Where did Deadpool go? Deadpool. Deer. Where the fuck? You gotta explain this shit to me. Deadpool. Deer. Where did Deadpool go? Deadpool. Deer. Where the fuck?
Bro, I ain't got no answer for that neither, right? I don't even think this is paranormal. This is just funny. Where'd he go? Right? You don't see the deer on the outside. You don't see Deadpool on the inside. What is going on here? I don't, bro. I'm as confused as he is.
Okay, tell me how this makes sense, right? Okay, I just broke this nail. And this one matches the broken nail. So what the f is that? Like... What? Okay, tell me how this makes sense, right? Okay, I just broke this nail. And this one matches the broken nail. So what the f is that? Like... What?
And it's colored and designed the same way, right? It's from the same set. It's from the same set. She only has one broken fingernail. First off, how is there two nails? This doesn't make sense, right? What is going on here? It's from the same set. You see we're gonna zoom in on that. You see the design is the same. And we see on both of her hands right there, there's only one broken nail. Why is there two nails that match her broken nail? That's weird. Weird.
I was on the phone with my boyfriend at 9:59, and I looked at the clock and I was like, let me go to bed. Let me let you go, because I want to go to bed at exactly 10, lights out. Within the minute, I want to have my eyes closed, everything off, because I like to go to bed at even times. And hung up on him, closed my eyes, and then I was like, well, let me set an alarm really quick so I don't sleep until some obscene hour. Turn my phone back on. I'm setting an alarm. I just happened to glance at the time because I'm like, oh, okay, I want to make sure it's not 10:01, because if it's 10:01, I'm going to have to wait till 10:30 to go to sleep, so I'm going to scroll on TikTok for 29 minutes. Check the time. I look at the time. It's 3:30 a.m. Like on the dot, 3:30 a.m. And I was like, okay, that's not right. So I check my iPad and I check my computer, and they both say 3:30 a.m. And so I go downstairs and I check the clock on the stove, 3:31 a.m. I'm like checking every clock in the house. It's 3:30. And I'm like, did I just die and come back to life like 5.5 hours later? Because that's what it feels like. I genuinely don't know what just happened. Like, I guess I was asleep, but it was like a stream of consciousness though. Like, I had the same thought when I woke up that I had when I was going to bed. Like, I need to check and set my alarm before it turns 10:01, or I'm gonna have to stay up until 10:30. Like, that was the thought process I had. And I literally blinked. Like, I literally blinked. Next day, 5.5 hours later, I checked like all the messages I had sent right before I went to bed, and like sure enough, they were like delivered 5.5 hours, 5 hours before. And I'm like, oh my god, what just happened? What just happened? Like, it literally, I just ceased to exist in between 10 and 3:30 apparently, because I have no recollection. Like, it, bam. The only thing I can equate this to is whenever I got my wisdom teeth taken out and I went under anesthesia, and I was counting down, and then all of a sudden I was waking up and they were telling me that I was done, and I started crying because I was scared, because it didn't feel right. I felt like I was being messed with. And then I had a nap a couple years ago that I remember was like this. Like, I literally blinked, and then it was like dark outside, and I had gone to bed when it was light, and I remember thinking that was super weird. But this is much weirder because I wasn't that tired when I went to bed, and that time that I took that nap, I was dog tired. I was so tired. But so it was explainable. This is not explainable because I wasn't that tired, and I woke up with the exact same thought. Like, can anyone explain to me what kind of sleep that is? Because I've been trying to research it, but I can't put it into words to form a Google search. So if anyone knows, like if there's a medical professional that knows what that kind of sleep is called, please let me know, because I'm fascinated and freaked out at the same time. Okay.
You just lost 5 hours in time, and we see this happen to a bunch of different people. I don't know how to explain this case, right? Only time it ever happened to me was when they put me under, and they told me to count down from 10. I think I made it to 8, and then I was waking up. I didn't believe nobody, right? When I came back, I ain't believe nobody. And I look at the time is just mad hours later. I'm like, yo, there's no way. It literally felt like I was asleep for 2 seconds. I didn't trust my dad. He told me, yep, you made it to about 8 or 7. And then, man, that's the only time I've ever been through anything like this. But I don't know how you explain this, just people losing time. Sometimes this happens like with people will go missing, right? They'll go out for a walk and then just disappear for hours of time. They can't account for it. The people around them can't account for it. This isn't just like, it don't just happen. Now, to me, it didn't just happen normally, right? But in her case, it's like, this don't just, even that, I don't know, it don't just happen normally, right? Something's going on. Something's got to account for this time just missing. Why are people just missing chunks of time? Does it maybe not really exist like that, right? Like, I don't know.
Guys, this girl keeps repeating the same thing over and over. She's going to get out of her car. Watch her. She's done this 3 times. She's going to get out of her car. She's going to walk around the front. She's going to go get in the passenger side. All right, watch her. This is super creepy. I don't know if it's like a glitch or what. Now she's going to get out and she's going to walk around the back of the car. Okay? She's going to walk around the back of the car and then she's going to get in. She's done this 3 times. She does it every 10 minutes. I'm just sitting in the parking lot. Now she's going to look to the right and then she's going to go. Now, whenever she leaves, she's going to go over here and then she's going to take a right and leave out of the parking lot. Like the first 2 times, what is going on? Now she's going to go and she's going to go to the highway over there. She goes out to the highway over there, takes a right, and then heads back.
Dang, that's crazy. He's sitting there physically watching somebody stuck in the time loop. Ain't nothing they can do about it. Ain't nothing either one of them can do about it. She made a deal with the wrong person, and now she's got to pay. I'm just playing. I don't know how you explain this. If you ask me, it looked like she was on something, right? But yeah, I don't. Otherwise, I don't know how you explain this, bro. This is just weird behavior. You tried to go all past it real quick, like you weren't supposed to see that. The phone was using AI and I'm telling you that section probably wasn't even real. It was like generated from stolen video. You don't even know that it's taken of you. Yeah, that's probably exactly what that was. Because how do you take a picture of yourself taking a picture, right? Like no, your phone. I think that was the AI. This is something we're gonna start seeing a lot of, man. Just the AI in our phones doing weird stuff against our will, and it's just like built into our phones and stuff, right? I think this is like the first signs of it. There's no way you're gonna tell me otherwise, right? Nah, I seen that. And it slipped up and showed us something it wasn't supposed to. I seen that. Anyways, let's go wrap the video up, y'all. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate you, because I know you could have been anywhere else on this planet, but you decided to be here with your boy. It means a lot. Promise it does. Anyways, I'm out.